What's up, guys? Back in the shop once again with a toolboxes tour. You'll always want to know what's in the boxes, why there's three decent sized boxes and they look clean, tools look clean, blah 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 blah. Well, I have two shops now, and I am my own boss and business owner. So this stuff is not just my tools, they are my assets. And without them, I would not make money. Not being a normal technician, like most of you watching this, going to work and having the work there, the tools there mostly, provided. I know that's a lot of technicians in a dealership, but no, I pay for it all, and it don't get cheap. Not nowadays. Let's dive in. So this is not my first Snap-on box, but it's my first official mothership. I've had two 40-inch boxes before this, one roll cart with a flip top and one just 40-inch single bank 7-drawer box. Anywho, 54-inch Master Series XL, if you don't know what that means. It is the deepest box Snap-on makes aside from the Epic series. It's 29 inches deep instead of 25 or whatever. 3 full-length top drawers, and followed by the shabby ones at the bottom. Like most goes, sockets up top. There's a lot of stuff missing because I have two shops and more than 3 toolboxes. So a bunch of standard stuff is up in the shed. Shed as in my other shop, because it is not quite done yet. It's just a giant building and a giant heated concrete floor. Sockets. If anybody wants me to go any further into depth on any of this stuff, part numbers, etc., feel free to comment below, whatever. What I've acquired as I need them for wrenches. Yes, we have much, much larger. You will see that. And much, much smaller. Blue Point, Snap-on, 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 Snap-on. No, those are Blue Point. Snap-on. Those are freebies from Harbor Freight, you know, if you're an Inside Track Club member. I probably got 5 sets of them or 6 sets of each, metric and standard, last year. They work for great little projects. You're not going to want to do that with a Snap-on wrench. I mean, you could, it wouldn't make no difference, but yeah. Old memorabilia stuff when Craftsman was made in USA. And of course, Alien Space Savers. I don't believe we have a discount code anymore, but y'all go check them out. Pullers and more so specialty stuff. So Snap-on 8 or 9 way slide hammer, 5 pound. There's another, I think 7 or 8 pound, maybe a 10 pound slide hammer. Mac Tools extractors, fluke extractors, and then 1/2 inch to 1 inch bolt extractors. Small pullers, BMW injector puller. Snap-on shitty in-house right-hand screw extractor and drill bit set. They suck. Absolutely suck. Every time I use them, I snap one off. And end up resorting to Mac. So, just buy the Mac tools. They make 2 sets, left hand and right hand. Snap-on's new famous in-house. They suck, I won't lie. And then I bought that off a Snap-on truck, which worked great for a couple years until I broke parts and we can't get them replaced. So that is just a disconnect set. Some more extractor stuff. This is kind of like an extractor drawer itself, to be honest. 2 at once here. Punches, chisels, there's stuff in the other box it's missing up in the shed. Screwdrivers of all sorts, shapes, sizes, and flavors and colors. Again, more up in the other shop. Again, with the freebies there. The bigger stuff, the 3/4 inch Easy Red off a Snappy truck, extendable ratchet, crescent ratchet, extensions, 1/2 inch extensions, 1/2 inch extensions, another freebie. the boy's pry bar. It's an old one I've handed down to the boy. It was my very first pry bars mechanic, and strikeable pry bar at that. Hyper Tough from Walmart. Electrical, pretty self-explanatory. Electrical and diag, the basics. Engine test equipment, cleaning stuff, more engine tools, and what the heck's down there? I don't even remember. Oh yeah, chassis tools. PPE for doing various things. This was one of the wife's finds here. This is for her car when we go on a trip. Just a little quick set for doing anything it may need to do. It does have a 13 in here for her drain plug if you need to do oil or anything like that. I think I got this set for $5 at Hillbilly Freight because it was an open box deal. It broke in shipping, and my local Harbor Freight has tables throughout the store that say clearance. That was on the clearance rack. As listed, yeah, open, broken box, something like such. Some of the main used pliers, you see it from gifts to specialty pliers bought to sets to everything. All sorts of disconnect pliers. Some stuff Mike sent me before he left Alien Space Sabers. There's like 100 different socket holders there. Various pumps for various reasons and things. If you know, you know. Transmission dipstick for properly filling these VVT transmissions. And valve body linkage tool, homemade by me, for getting up over the valve body to put the shift linkage through it when you're working on a VVT transmission, because it is not fun, especially when you're doing it along the road or without a lift. Yeah, more, I guess, engine stuff. And then some suspension type of stuff. Inner tie rod tool. And hand impact. Bearing driver. Brake caliper spreader. Brake caliper wind back tool. Brake bleeder tools. Audi Volkswagen brake sockets. Brake and caliper sockets, should I say. All sorts of foreign and domestic stuff. And yeah, self-explanatory. That's an automatic brake bleeder for the coolant vac. Anywho, that is the snap-on box with just a two-way snap-on charger and a Milwaukee charger and some other Yahoo stuff. Went ahead and put a little magnet here. Hold this lid shut. It's really nice. Yeah, service stickers and cards just to hand out to customers. So, box number 1, down. Anything you want to see more of, or get part numbers on, drop in the comments. We'll go on to box 2. So, this is a 56-inch US General Series 3, something like that. It is the power box. There's a shitty little power drawer. Full disclosure, it's a waste of space. Anywho, kind of like specialty sockets, I guess. So, 1/2-inch drive Torx from US Pro, United Kingdom based company. T70, T90, and need them for Subarus and whatnot. Grip edge, 14-piece RPT star drivers. Really nice set. Case them in, I believe it was like a 108-piece set of Allens and Torx, and primarily anything you'll need in the daily shop. That is just another one of the spare sets. Matco ADV 1/2-inch drive wheel nut sockets. They're old school. Yukon SAE Allens, metric Allens from Yukon, and some cheap Pittsburgh from years ago. 2 specialty sockets, because believe it or not, I don't have 12 point yet. So here's an 18 shallow 12 point and a 17 deep 12 point. Needed them for flywheel bolts on a Chrysler. This was for Cummins, wheel nut socket. This is for the equipment. This is a 2 5/8 bearing lock nut socket. Koken 17, 19, 21. I have the 22 on order. Those are your protective cover lug nut sockets. They're alright. They work great. Cummins and Cat, or Cummins or Cat engine bearing tool. Homemade socket. RBRT 19mm. 88mm 16 fluke for, I think it was Lexus and Mercedes. Another US Pro find. This is the Super Lock sockets. They're an extractor. They work really great. 1/4 inch from 6 to 13, and then 3/8 from 6 to 19. Really robust set. Lug nut socket keys. Cornwall spare picks for doing precise or clean picking. Junk die-hard flexible extensions. Some really nice Astro universal pinless torque adapters or something like that. Torque limiting sockets, whatever. They're over here because I don't use them often. Again, with the case I'm in. 1/4 inch drive SAE impact sockets. Again, with the case I'm in, I've had these for about 5 years now. And believe it or not, you really got to shake them to give them a wobble. They are springed and pinned with a nice collar on them. Some of them, the only problem I've had is some of them, the collar will, actually, it's right here, the 19. I better not pull down all the way, the pin will fall off. Anywho, sometimes that collar gets caught and it wants to fall down. It should be like that, kind of recessed. So this can move all the way around, etc. Yeah, you get it, you see. Moving on. Buzz off, fly. The second wrench drawer, I guess. Yukon gear wrench, we're replacing the Yukon. They're working in great, breaking them in great. Some more Craftsman V-Series because I had to. I did not get a chance to get the SAE yet. But I did get the metric. That one's missing. It's up in the shed for equipment work, as well as with a big soft face dead blow. Hydraulic wrenches. It's self-explanatory. I guess there is no third drawer. Paperwork drawer. And zip ties in the back. Spare overflow of ratchets. That Yukon ratchet or adjustable wrench. Pliers wrench. Works great. Side by side with the Snap-on, it works better than it. The only flaw is the angle in them jaws. I'm not sure if I like them to be angled or flat. It's still funky to kind of work with them here and there, but they have proved themselves and paid for themselves. Milwaukee, like 10 piece, I don't even know. You see it, vice grip set. The one that's missing is holding my, yeah, you see it. The BH 3050, something like that. Bad boy Snap-on air hammer with the cheap set of bits to go with it. I say cheap set, but it was the standard Snap-on set that came with. 36 ounce, 24 ounce, dead blows, Yukon 48 ounce soft faced, fender mats, old retired hammers, old retired equipment as well. This was the bolt bin. It's been cleaned up and it's just more old junk broken tools, spare tools. Those are like the Mac RBRT sockets. They have teeth in them. They're go check them out. They're Power built Xeon socket set. That's what it is. we go. Xeon socket. They're really nice. Can't give you a part number because I don't have one. Shrink wrap for motors and stuff like that. We ship bigger parts out. Engine pulling, engine stand stuff, different bearings. Brain fart, but yeah, you see it, self-explanatory. Custom made hydraulic hoses for one machine to another. Big tractor to little machine, whatever. Here we go with this monstrosity. We have the power drawer. So, that's a waste of space. When it very easily could have been put right along the top of this drawer and you still had all your drawer space. Granted, we're missing like 3 or 5 impacts and a bunch of batteries. Well, there's that battery there. And a bunch of lights. Anywho, self-explanatory. Power tools, power drawer. That was it for box number 2. Let's check out box 3, the final box in this shop. So, this is the 48-inch or whatever Yukon box. The casters suck. This was a shitty box to buy. It just wiggles and wobbles, but we mounted a vise on it. And we mounted our Black Bull 5-speed metal drill, which these ones are nice, these old school ones, because you can really turn them up as you see. Everything works. Plug it into the power and plug it into the wall over yonder, whatever. Gotta have your trays here. Yeah. There we go. I really hate these trays. I just clamp them together sometimes. I'm doing other stuff, so I don't got things falling into them. Don't worry, that was just a tooth for my wire cutter. Wire splitter. Anywho, miscellaneous bolt bin and grab and go bin, mirror, paint marker, hood strut clamp. Thread lock, the red because we don't fuck around. Miscellaneous nuts and bolts, and then marking tape. The glasses. Broken drill press parts. Oh, there's one of the impacts actually. That's just the top. Of course, once again, we got the majority of the main used tools in this box. Just for wiping down tools. Anywho, 2 of my 3-piece set. Well, actually, all 3 pieces to my 3-piece set of the Knipex Cobra wrench pliers. My cool little magnetic koozie there has a straight and a bent snap-on pocket pry bar, the Lyle pocket pry bar with the striking end. And then my little midget EDC pliers that open to like 1.5 inches or some crazy shit. LN46 ACFs, Icon pistol grip pliers, they work great. Kind of my everyday grab and go pliers. Earbuds for plugging things. Cleaning tools. Husky 3/8 sockets are Stanley, not Husky. Just 3/8 beater sockets. Whatever happens to them happens. Yeah, really weird set. It's missing a couple, but anywho, the Caseman 1/4 inch impact metric set. Impact rated grip edge RPT star sockets. Macro ratchet I rebuilt. Check out that video below. Snap-on 100 tooth 3/8 ratchet and 1/4 body. Gear wrench. And again, another Matco looks quite similar to the gear wrench. Oh, that's supposed to be in the farm toolbox. Explains a lot. 3/8 Hobo Freight impact extensions, snap-on chromies, power tool, performance tool, whatever. A little lighted magnet with a nice long flexible handle, really nice. And then this here magnetic pickup tool. I really like that. Magnet on the end. Tecton 18-inch, half-inch drive ratchet. Miscellaneous hose my buddy gave me from the parts store. Commercial account salesman. It's pretty cool. If you're a European mechanic, you'll use this on a daily. Steelman preset torque wrench, 80 foot-pounds for all your foreign wheels. Cheapo Hobo Freight 3/8 drive quick type. It's open, never locked because I always use it. The lovely Capri true four-way 30 and 60 degree offset 4-way wrench set from 6mm all the way to 24. Every single one's been used and they work great. Some miscellaneous sockets, mirror magnet, down from there. Oil change stuff. What goes with that? Picks and seal poppers, etc. Yeah, whole bunch of stuff. Self-explanatory, you see it. Drill bits. Stuff missing. There's like a 12-piece screwdriver set that goes here and a drill bit set that goes there from Ryobi. They're in the farm box up in the other shed. My grab and go is the Mac Tools set. If I really need to get a tight tolerance or low clearance, I will grab my covered in coolant because I used it to get under the valve body on a Jeep or the throttle body on a Jeep and burp the coolant. There is a partial set that I'm completing. Let's see, I'm going to open it and they're not going to fall out. Wow. What's missing? Yeah. What's missing is what's up here in the socket drawer. This is a set I've been building for my boy. I got it at a pawn shop. Just need to add a 1/4-inch ratchet and extension. Excuse me. Everything else is there. I had accounted for a couple sockets that are missing, etc. These sets go for like $100 on eBay, so I lucked out there getting it for next to nothing. The retired air tool drawer with a bunch of these before they stopped selling them because they're really nice. It's my only complaint about this here box is some little tabs there come out. The 14-piece star socket set from Grip Edge. There's your part number, GE14STS-RPT. Comes in this wicked little case, which, it has some stuff in it for my polisher. Anywho, yeah, comes in this wicked little case. There's your phone that would be on top of it. Tells you exactly what's in the case, organization, order status, whatever. This is just an old school. If anybody's seen it, let me know. If you have the missing parts, let me know. Every tool collector I've talked to has not seen this set. Craftsman, not for impact use. This is like a S-AD series. 3/8 drive. I'm missing the 6mm. And it jumps right to 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. Then we have 5.5, 6, and 7 1/4. 5/32, 3/16, 7/32, and a 1/4-inch to 5/8. Missing that giant monstrosity of a ratchet that might have been there. at one point in time. That looks like chrome, but it's not. It's just used. Everything is matching with part numbers. Even the freaking 3/8 to 1/4 inch bit driver. These are random from another set I had cleaned up. And a ratchet is random. If you have the missing pieces of this early 2000s, late 90s Craftsman black oxide finish socket set, let me know. And once again, with the Craftsman black oxide, the 85 piece pass-through set. This is one of the nicest sets I think I've ever pawn shop found, and everything is accounted for and in great working order. Some finger ratchets, and there's yeah, well, some spare stuff there. Look at that. That's cool. Over to this side, we have wire splitter, some of the good stuff, the Griot's Garage, or whatever the fuck they are, Grant's rags, my Coast light for my box, or my Coast box for my light, fuel filter, and no, this is the hydraulic filter. It goes in line. This is the fuel filter for my cat skid steer, or one of them. Cooling parts for the Beamer. I don't believe there's anything else under here. Just some, yeah, whatever's. Use them in a pinch. They're from Hobo Freight, but they suck because they fly apart. Old school grinding wheel, and then a gear wrench flexi set. Old school grinder, it is still corded. The sides of my box is just that miscellaneous stuff. Can never go wrong with the brake clean. Flathead and Phillips grab and go pliers. Slotted from Milwaukee. These were left in our barns, and I got them for free. Some spare midget snap-ons. Fire stop. Some other miscellaneous stuff. You see it, folks. That's what it is. I love those Harbor Freight power trays or power things there. They work great. My little work light here lights everything up from doing something like the other day. I was fixing my pocket knife. This thing, I ran it over in the driveway while grading my lane. Really nice flip action knife. Can't do it with my non-dominant hand, but there you go. Those is the toolbox tours, guys. If you want to see anything else or get any part numbers of anything, let me know. If you want me to go further into depth, comment below. Until then, check out my farm box toolbox tour below. Eurotech Matt out. Peace, guys.